Okay, coming up on the episode this week, we are working on the ultimate wearable flight system. Yes, a jetpack, if you will. We dubbed it the drone pack. Yes, powered into flight with 4 VTOL drone motors. And on this particular episode, we are working on the construction of the frame. This is only the mock-up version. So, lots to do, not much time. Let's get into it. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is the ultimate wearable jetpack system, aka the drone pack. Yes, so there you go. I've got it attached to my back, and this is the mock-up version. So on this episode, what are we going to be doing? We'll be working on the construction, and let's get into it. I'm Richard, and I'm Harry. Let's get into it. Okay, so we put a poll up on the community board. What were the options? Steel, aluminum, and carbon fiber. So we decided to go with aluminum for this particular build. And why did we choose aluminum, Richard? Because it was something that was accessible to us. And what diameter is it, Richard? 32 millimeters by how thick? 3 millimeters thick. So, okay, so what's the next plan? Cut all the links up, got some conduit pipe in here just to make up the mock-up, and also 3D printing parts here and here. And of course, this is the Pelican box that's going to go on your back, so your backpack straps are here, and that's where of course all the good stuff's going to happen, like all the flight controllers, all the batteries, all that kind of stuff in there. But of course, looking at it, maybe we could shrink this down a bit, so then that way the box is more in line with the frame. A little bit more streamlined from an aesthetic point of view. So we're going to start somewhere, so let's start with the measuring and the cutting. Later on in this episode, we will be putting it together, so stick around. Guess I don't really need these safety glasses. There we go. So what do you reckon? Yeah, looks about the right length. What do you think? It's cut now. Can't go back. So what we've done is we've managed to cut these ones up, the big ones, and the small ones that go from across here. Okay, so now we're going to work out the sizing of this Pelican box itself, and what we're going to try and do is we're going to make it around that. So let's go and do that. She'll be right, Richard? Close enough, it's good enough. How close is it? Close enough. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so we have an assortment of aluminum tubes. Whoa, whoa, yes. So we've got different lengths and different sizes, all been labeled, hopefully, correctly. Correctly. Okay, so the idea next is what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and marriage the two together, but we don't want that big giant nasty gap in between, so we're gonna effectively take out a little scallop and make it so when we join the two, they stay together and not just tack and fall off. That's the plan. Make it look sleeker and sexier. And what size motors are these, Richard? They are 170 kV motors from our good friends T-Motor. And what size propeller are we running? They are 26-inch propeller with an 8.5-inch pitch. Is what they are. VTOL motors, very good. And we've just done a little bit of the scalloping there, just started. And the idea being, if you can see, is just file it down a bit more. That way you get a bit more penetration around the sides when we go to weld it. I need to get a little bit more, for sure, but getting there. And then we're gonna do all the same with all the other parts. And 3, 2, 1, go, AJ! outdoor racing, outdoor racing, yeah! Welcome to the show, the Outdoor Racing Show, and we are your hosts. I'm Harry. And I am Richard, and thanks very much for joining in on the Drone Pack series. Yes, this exciting project came from the cyberpunk world, yes, inspired by that kind of futuristic design, and that's where the series started at the beginning, where we went into the AI imaging, and then went into X-frame, dead cat style framing, and then we changed to this new H-style framing. Yes, it's very much something that the Ironman fans will aspire to do, so we thought we'll dive into that world as well. Yeah, very cool. So there you go, and what kind of comments are we getting? Lots of comments, and here they are. And yes, very cool, very creative with your ideas, and we appreciate them all. Add your comments below, add your suggestions, it all helps. Safety was one of the comments that seemed to come up quite a lot. What have you got to say? We will be diving into the safety aspects in the future, but of course, we're going to start with this particular design. We're going to get it moving along. Yes, we're going to get into the construction on this episode. We're going to get into the welding, so that is coming up, so make sure you stick around to see all that. I'm Harry. And I'm Richard, and let's dive back into the action. Okay, we've got the scallops all made up on this side, and this side over here, technically it's sort of laid down. Actually, in reality, it'd be upwards like that. This, effectively, like that. And same with the other side, if you can imagine. So I'll lie it down, maybe easier to see in a two-dimensional plane, and it won't fall apart on us. Like that. In essence, right? Yeah, so you can still get into the pelican box, this is what we wanted, the pill box, if you will. And that way you can still get to the electronics and those sorts of things. That's right, so we've still got quite a bit more scalloping to do. We've got to do the end cap bits there. So yeah, that end and then the far end on that end. Which one, sorry? That end. Which one? And that end. Okay, yep. Yeah. That felt a bit like the one, the scene from Transformers, right? And Sam Witwick, he goes, he's got like, he's like, yeah, light reflects off the disco ball. Like, that's showing his guns. The jetpack is taking shape. Well, in this case, the drone pack. But it's coming along. So we got to do some more sculpting of these mounts. But it's looking better. What do you reckon, Richard? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, okay. We'll just keep at it. Okay, so we've got the old TIG welder. We're going to do some tacks to make sure it goes together correctly. And how many years has it been since we've done any welding, Richard? About 20. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? So here we go. So we've got it all positioned out here. So we're just going to make a start. We're just going to put some little bead tacks in to get all the sides and everything right. Okay, so first we're going to do is going to go clean it up. Clean it up. So let's get into it. Okay, what do you reckon, Aaron? Yeah, here we go.
Don't wanna see you.
Oh, what? It's empty. Time to fill her up. Okay, let's hit the road.
Don't wanna see.
Okay. Here we go. There we go. Let's give it another go. Okay, so we've done one side, and now we're just in the last little bits. That would be that little section done. Check to see how well it holds. Yeah, that's what it's all about. We've got some argon gas that we use, which comes through here. We've got a tungsten tip in the middle here, And then what we're doing is we're adding the filler rod, which is, in this case, aluminium. It changes depending on what you're using, but of course, aluminium, yeah, and then obviously the rest comes down to technique and skill and finesse. And when we were at uni, there was 14 different types of welding techniques. That's right, there's friction stir welding, there's TIG welding, there's MIG welding, there's arc welding, there's laser welding, and there's kind of experimental welding as well, different types. But there was quite a few when we were at uni. So there must be more now, for sure. How'd that turn out? Yeah, much better. Okay, so moment of truth. Does it hold together for these tacks? And it does. So there you go. Yep. Making some progress. And which one is your best tack in the end? That one there. This one here. And that little bit there. Slowly remembering how to do it. I feel that's what it's all about, right? Learning is what, the key? Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Is it straight? What do you reckon? Straight enough? Pretty straight, yeah. There's a set square there somewhere. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. Like a glove. Sweet. Okay. So that's one part done. So without further ado, back to H&R Racing HQ. We're back. Yes, so thanks so much for tuning into this episode, and make sure you don't go anywhere because the series, and the rest of the series, is now playing on the playlist. So you're welcome to check that out, but it's not the only flight machine that we're making. That's right, we've got lots. We've got the Jetman, we've got the Batman, and wingsuit designs, and it's all over. Go and head over to the playlist and check out the series for them. Yes, very cool. So what was your highlights of this one? To dive back into the world of TIG welding, and we haven't done too much aluminium welding, so yeah, learning curve, but exciting nonetheless. Yes, it's always good to push your own limits. That's what it's all about on the channel. Push the limits of what's possible, and that's kind of what it's all about for us. Hey, so what was your highlight? Just the fact that we got all the alignments correct. It's a little thing, but if you're out by just a degree, then you're gonna be looking at some major improvements later on. So just that little frame that we did do correctly, but it was good to see that we had it at the 90 degrees. So that was exciting for me. Okay, so saying that, let's move on to the next segment, the movie of the week. And the movie is Leon the Professional, a very cool movie, and you should check it out because why? Well, effectively he's an assassin that starts teaching a 12-year-old how to be just as cool as he is. Yeah, there you go. So check it out. So moving on to final thoughts. Yes, it'd be exciting to get this one up to the stage where we can start putting the flight controller in and spin those propellers up for the first time. So there you go. That's what we have to look forward to. And what else? And of course, we've got to continue on with the rest of the TIG welding. Make sure everything's tacked up correctly, and of course, ultimately welded correctly to get that strength in there, because of course, it is a drone pack and not a falling pack or falling apart pack. Yeah, so there you go. And saying that, we will also be jumping into the safety aspects and all that sort of thing, but that is not right today. First, we have to go and make it. Saying that, you're welcome to follow us on all socials and join us on live streams for all the extra stuff, and of course on Patreon. That's right. And of course, leave your comments below, add your thumbs up. We want to thank all our sponsors. Thank you most importantly of all for tuning in, and we'll see each other next time. And 3, 2, 1, go! H-Outdoor Racing, H-Outdoor Racing, H-Outdoor Racing, yeah!